Back Home Media.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. I'm your host, Ricky Tabreggi, and joining me again tonight from Arizona is Derek. How's things going down your way, buddy?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
It's been pretty hot here. I'm ready for some cooler weather.
Yeah, I'm pretty sweaty today, man. Pretty sweaty. Not.
Yeah.
It's you get used to it. You live out here in Phoenix, and when I first moved out here, everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna melt," and it is hot in the summer, but you get used to it. Like it's a dry heat, like they say, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, and there's Mondi. She's here today. Hey, Mondi, how you doing?
Mondi?
Hey, Annalie. Shout out where you're watching from and say hi and let us know where you're at and what's going on.
We had a ton of people here last week on Thursday.
Yeah, we did.
Shawnee County, how you doing?
Shawnee County, and there's Diana Tatro from Pratt.
Nice.
You know it's hot when you're at the laundromat where it's air conditioned, fans are going, you're standing there folding your clothes, and you got sweat running down your back.
Yeah, man.
That was my afternoon.
See, but whenever it cools off, though, you're gonna be freezing your buns off, and I'll be enjoying that 60 to 70 degree weather here in Arizona.
True. Shannon Abrams from Long Island, New York. How's it going up there in Long Island? How's things going in Long Island?
Okay.
I've always liked the New York accent. I have always loved it.
My buddy Ricky has from Brooklyn, and he's got the best accent. Well, okay, we got Mitchell, South Dakota.
All right. How you doing, Jiraiya? And I hope I said that right. From Greensburg, Christopher. Hey, Christopher Under is back tonight. Shannon Abrams. Hot here, too.
Yeah.
Up in Long Island. Yeah, it's been hot all over the place. I've been seeing record highs all over. Even Canada's even got a lot of record highs going on up there in Canada.
You said it right. What up, Linda? My issue is it's hot. I'm in Phoenix and it's hot. Park City. Uh-oh. And every time we do the show, I'm drinking coffee. So that's why I just get hotter. But I did buy a studio fan. I don't think you can hear it either. So I think I'm okay.
I can't hear it.
It's a clip on. It clips onto my screen, and it feels great. It's just a perfect little Topeka.
Yep, Topeka.
I like Topeka. I'm hopefully going back to Kansas soon for a project I'm working on. I'm not sure exactly when, but Richfield. Oh, Kansas. I was like, Richfield, I know that place. That's my friend Candace.
Yep.
I was like, Richfield. That's my old stomping grounds. That's right where I'm by.
It's been hot and warm in Glen Elder. Hot and worm. I don't know what hot and worm is, but
Victoria, Kansas. Yeah. Sharon Summers.
Yeah, Wichita.
Alicia comes up every week. I like her.
Yes, she does.
My nose itches. Someone's talking about me.
My grandma used to say that if your ear was itching. She used to tell me if your nose was itching, somebody was coming to see you.
Like someone coming to see me to like beat me up?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Ronan, Montana.
Wow. Oh, she's from Elkhart. That's a good friend from Elkhart. What's up, Autumn?
Okay.
Kansas.
Michelle Johnson. Cassandra Vire in Saline.
That's where old Ricky is, y'all.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Eastern Kansas watching. Awesome. Yep. Hey, Autumn. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by the podcast.
Yeah. And everybody, don't forget to share it and let everybody know we're here and what we're doing and how we're trying to bring the missing home.
Yeah. Parsons, Kansas in the house.
Burlingame.
Never heard of that one.
Junction City.
What's up, Andrea?
Every time I see the name Andrea Vian, the Vian name reminds me of Shirley Vian that was murdered by BTK down in Wichita.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's up, Michelle? Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by.
Yeah. Dodge City in the house.
Yeah.
Go Demons.
Yeah.
Although when it comes to the hatchet game, I have to go for Garden City.
How about AWOL kiddos tonight? I got a few.
We'll be talking about that. Unfortunately, that's sort of a mainstay with this show. South of Topeka, where I work. Oh, awesome. Burlingame.
Roughly 4.
Yeah. I'll have to check all these Kansas towns out. I just want to go. I want me and Ricky to go and just travel around the state and just check out all these towns that we hear about every week that we've never been to, even though both of us lived in Kansas our whole lives. What's up, Angela? What's up, Jamie? That's my old stomping grounds. I used to live on 7th Street.
Oh, she's asking about the 2 missing in Pittsburgh that we covered last week. Matthew Messer and who was
there been any updates?
I haven't seen any yet. Matthew Messer was one of them, and who was the other?
I can look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to too here real quick.
Right, I can look up last week's show. So it would have been either Alexander Jones, Blake Kaler, Blake Pope, Caden Cantrell.
I'm trying to find their flyers here on the pages if I can find them.
James Hubbard.
James Hubbard.
Yeah. Should I pull their flyers?
I can real quick, yeah.
Okay, I'll pull James. And what was the other one we said? Matthew Messer. Okay, James and Matthew Messer.
Yeah.
Hello from Topeka, Kansas.
I have not been given.
How are you doing?
But we can sure talk about them again. That's not a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Or in fact, a few of the other ones we're talking about are some repeaters that I've added flyer or photos to the flyers and that kind of thing. And a couple cases I'm going to try to. Here's some small updates that I'm going to cover on a couple of them. Nothing really huge.
Yeah, she said James Hubbard.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hello from Hayes. Hello, Lori. Lori Hayes from Hayes.
Yeah.
I love that. Anything new on Randy Leach? I don't know.
I haven't seen anything lately. I've been trying to keep up with Adventures in Purpose, but I haven't seen anything.
We are going to be covering Guy Collins here in about a few minutes.
Yes. He's still missing. I checked for updates with the law enforcement agency that his stuff was posted on, and it would have been with the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, their Facebook page. They didn't have any updates or anything. They're just that he's still missing. So
okay. Here's a question for you. You might want to get your pen out, Ricky. There was a young woman who was killed here in Kansas City about 3 weeks ago. Her name is Ashley Jones. Her case is still open. Please and thanks.
Okay, well, add her to my list and see what
Ashley Jones, Kansas City.
And I do have to apologize between last show and this show. The suggestions I haven't just given last show, I have not been able to research yet, but I do have my list handy dandy, and we'll do that. I promise. I just had a very busy.
No one ever talks about the Hayes child since 1980 from Topeka, the missing Hayes child. You know that?
Yeah, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but I will find out real quick. Hang on. Give me just 2 shakes of a rat's rear.
Wow. Give Ricky a second to process some stuff, guys. He's going a mile a minute now. Hello to the Truckers Missing Child Project. Leanne, please reach out to the Kansas Missing and Unsolved Facebook page. We'd love to have you guys come on the show sometime and just talk about what you're about.
Jackie Hay is her name.
Hey Karen, thank you for showing up. It's fine that you're late. We haven't even really got started. We're just kind of looking at some comments and pulling up some cases for the night. So you're just in time. Do I have you hooked? Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but maybe. Hi, Nicole Titus from Hutchinson, Kansas. Leanne Dotson. Awesome. Jackie Hayes is the kid from Jackie Hayes. Okay, that's what you're looking up.
Yeah, I've got her flyer handy dandy. So yeah, I will send it to you here in just a second because I do.
Awesome. Yeah, send Ricky a message. Send Ricky a message. We'll have you guys on sometime from your group. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got stuff we're pulling up, guys. Got a lot going on. We got 67 people watching. Tell you what, share the show. Tag friends that you think would be into this. Let's bring some people home tonight, folks. Let's really let's really get started on this. And we're gonna go. Hey, what's up, Sean? This is my friend Sean. What's funny, Ricky, is I knew her, a long time ago. Her daughter actually was my babysitter when her daughter was younger. Now her daughter's like 22 or something, but she was our babysitter a long time ago. And she had a friend tell her about our show, and she looked us up, and she's like, "Holy crap, that's Derek!" So Sean actually, she found our show through a friend, and she was really weirded out to see that it was me that was helping you do it. She was like, "Wow, I didn't know that."
Yeah.
Burlington, Kansas. What's up, Vanessa? She says we share all your flyers on the Truckers Missing Child Project.
Thank you, greatly appreciated. I do appreciate that.
Fostoria, thank you for all you do.
Let me send you Jackie Hay's flyer real quick here.
Okay, we got Fort Scott, Kansas in the house. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Just sent you Jackie Hay.
Okay, yeah, just send me whatever you want me to pull up, and I can get those ready while you're covering cases in a minute.
Yep, I just put Jackie Hay up there for you.
Is the girl from Fort Scott still missing? Which girl is that, Wilma?
Yeah, you have her name.
Okay. All right. Well, Ricky's sending me some flyers, y'all. And again, go ahead and put whatever comments you have, what cases you want us to cover. We can take a look and see what we have as far as updates. Ooh, Pam is from Norton, Kansas. We have Tasha from Sedalia, Missouri.
Yay.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. That is awesome. Greetings from Olathe. Thank you, Lee. We really appreciate the comments.
It's Olathe.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's Olathe. Trust me.
You probably say McPherson too.
Sometimes. Sometimes McPherson. More times than not McPherson, yes.
I try to say McPherson because I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Hello from Webb, Iowa. Oh, thank you. She says she shares your post from there too.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that.
And we got Aurelia from Topeka.
Yeah,
nice. Thanks for stopping by.
Kim Stanley Butcher, Newton.
Wow. Keep the comments coming, y'all. We are going to get into some cases. I gotta get some flyers going here in just a minute. But you're watching the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast.
We got somebody named Dub Mafia.
Go ahead,
I have
Dub.
a question.
Go ahead, Dub.
Uh-oh.
See, she says we're both right. Yeah, you can ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Dub.
Seen a flyer about 11 months ago. Old from Topeka, but I said I could be here in Junction City. I shared the flyer. I hope they find her.
Yeah, we're going to cover her here in a little bit too, Karma.
Okay. Southeast Oklahoma back in the house. Victoria, Kansas. Let's go ahead and run this slide here. We will get to your question as soon as we do our first case. We'll go straight to the questions again. You're watching Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. We'll be right back after this.
If you or someone you know is a victim of human trafficking, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get into Guy Wayne Collins. He is missing from Douglas County, Kansas. It's July 6th of 2021. He is 47 years old. He's 6'5", 265 pounds, has brown hair and hazel eyes. He was released from the Douglas County Correctional Facility on July 6, 2021, around 10 p.m. He was last seen on foot around 11 p.m. on East 23rd Street near O'Connell Road. He is currently considered missing as he has not made contact with anyone since that night. He's 47 years old, 6'5", weighs 265, has brown hair and hazel eyes. He was last seen wearing a black shirt with bleach stains and blue jeans, which I would assume would be the picture right there on the right-hand side. If you have any information regarding Guy's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts or you have seen him, please call the Douglas County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 785-841-0007 or non-emergency dispatch at 785-843-0250 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. and see if we can't help get him located and back to where he needs to be, or at least so we know he's okay. We need to know he's all right. And here's Deb's question. If someone's missing for so long, do you guys still try to find them? Because I see a lot of people I know on this show, and I wasn't sure if you guys kept trying to find them. As long as they're still listed as missing, we keep sharing the flyers. We try to remember or try to bring them back on the show and talk about them again and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't know everybody's business, Some people might be running from something bad. We don't know that. We just know that people who are underage are unaccounted for, and we try our best to at least get them back to some type of adult, hopefully somebody we can trust, but we have to rely on our system, and hopefully that works out for the best. But I feel like, at the end of the day, us finding people that are missing and nobody knows who they are is better than, not looking for them, I guess.
Yeah. Topeka, Kansas. Great to see so many from all over. Yeah, Karen definitely is. Southwest Kansas and Crystal Walden. Hi, guys. How you doing, Crystal? And hello from Victoria, Kansas. Hey, Jason. And y'all remember the gal that had amnesia on I-70 by Hayes a few years ago? I helped with that because she was my good friend and neighbor from Missouri. She's doing great now. That's good to hear. I'm glad she's doing good. I vaguely remember that. I can't remember what her name ended up being or anything like that, but I do remember that. And Shelley McLean, Hanover. This is interesting, Dub.
Southeast Kansas. Love it. Baxter Springs area.
Huh.
Who knows? All right.
Yeah,
Southeast Kansas. All right. Well, let's talk about Karma Gibson.
Okay, that would be the little 11-month-old that we were referring to. She was missing from Topeka, Kansas on July 13th, 2021. She was 11 months old. She is approximately 20 inches long and roughly about 20 pounds. I was told that these were approximates. They may not be exact, but they're approximates. It's believed that she may be with her non-custodial parents and that they may be still either in Topeka or Junction City. I was recently, earlier today, sent a photo of the non-custodial father, and I'm waiting on word to whether or not I can use it or not. If you have any information regarding Karma's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9247 or 785-368-9551 or 785-368-9200 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get her found and make sure she's okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. And Southeast Kansas, Rebecca and Wesley Dilbeck. How you doing down there? And then we got Cherokee in Southeast Kansas. Hey, Holly. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Greatly appreciate it.
Nice.
Crystal Walden Gerard in Southeast Kansas. Awesome.
We got a lot of Southeast Kansas going on right here.
Yeah. It's nice to see so many people from all over, even outside the state. It's even awesome to see outside the state coming in. That's great.
Let's talk about Lloyd McGee III.
Yep, we've covered him before, and this is one of the ones I was referring to earlier about adding a new photo to the flyer. The photo on the far left was a recent one that was sent to me, so I added, but he's missing from Shawnee, Kansas since June 28th of 2021. He's 13 years old. He's 5'6" to 5'7" inches tall, 135 to 145, black hair and brown eyes. It's believed he still may be in the local Shawnee area, or he may be in the Kansas City, Missouri area. If you have any information regarding Lloyd's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Shawnee, Kansas Police Department at 913-631-2150 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get him found and back to where he needs to be.
So have we covered him before, June? Is he repeat?
Yeah, he actually ran, was found, went missing again, and still missing. And like I said, that photo on the far left-hand side was the recent one that was just sent to me.
Hey, Angie.
So I added it.
Northeast Kansas, messing up the road. We had 3 southeast. Now we need 3 northeast.
Yeah, we got Iola. Several kids missing that I know. Hope they're found soon. That was Holly. Awesome.
Thanks for stopping by, Holly. Everyone, it helps to share flyers online. That's how I helped my friend wandering I-70. I lived in Missouri at the time. I had no idea she was missing until I seen a flyer. She moved away from me, and I just thought she had her phone off. Wow.
Awesome. Yeah, it's important to share the flyers, definitely. They do help.
Yeah, for sure. Another case. Usually when that sound goes off, that means somebody's sending Ricky information to make another flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about Makayla Emerson.
Okay. Makayla Emerson, she, as you probably recall, we covered her before, and then she was located, and she's missing again, so we're covering her again. She's missing from Kansas City, Kansas since July 17th. She's 15, 5'5", weighs between 115 and 120. She has blonde or light brown hair and blue eyes. Hopefully we can find her. Again, she's 15, 5'5", 115 to 120, blonde, light brown hair and blue eyes. If you have any information regarding Makayla's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department at 913-596-3000 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get her located and back to where she needs to be. And I did notice that her brother Brian actually commented on her flyer, which I thought was interesting. Let's see. It wasn't a very nice one either, but that's okay. We won't get into that. Prayers for all of them. They're found safe, definitely. Where did you forward it to me at? Because I don't believe I did get it. So you might send it to me again, Leo. Crystal, he is a peach. Yeah, I've done flyers for her brother in the past before too, and I don't know if he's aged out yet or not. I'm not sure. I lost track of his age a long time ago.
All right.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Let's do that.
There you go. Share if you care, definitely.
It's the message for the night. Share if you care. Share these flyers. It's much appreciated every week that you do that. Let's talk about Tenaja or Tenaja.
Okay. This is another one that I was sent some additional photos to add to her flyer. They're actually on the bottom of the flyer on the lower left part of it. She's missing from Kansas City, Kansas since March 15th of 2021. She's 17. She's 5'2" to 5'4", weighs between 100 to 145 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. It's believed she may still be in Kansas City or she may be in the Topeka area. If you have any information regarding Tenaja's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department at 913-596-3000 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. You know, like I said, I know we've covered a couple of these people 2 or 3 times, and it's whenever I get additional information or additional photos, I'll update the flyers with that information or photos, and I'll repost them. So that's thank you, Leah. If you could private message that to me here at Kansas Missing or on my personal Facebook, that'd be fine too. Sherry Lynn, hey, thanks for joining us. Sherry, thank you for being here. What I mean by aged out is a juvenile that's in foster care once they reach the age of 18 and they go through the process of being aged out after they turn 18. That's what aged out means, aging out of the foster care process is what that means.
Essentially, you're I don't know. Does it mean you're still missing, or does it mean that? Because a lot of times with those kind of cases, it's not that somebody's been like kidnapped or something. They're staying where we can't find them, because they don't, they want to be on their own. So, yeah, it's probably a lot of, and I even think when we had that guest on a few weeks ago, I don't even think like the aging out thing happens like immediately, does it? I think that there's like, because I've heard that they can they'll even have somebody they won't, I guess, age them out even after their 18th birthday or something. I don't know. I thought she had said something about. Because we also learned at night that there's a lot of things that are available for kids in the foster system. Like they can go to school and stuff like that. So, but aging out would just be basically like they're not a kid anymore.
Right. And it was Amy Jo Odie. I would have said that right, Odie. In Kansas, you can be in foster care from infant to basically 21. Wow. I guess it all would depend on if they would meet the criteria to be able to age out, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But thank you for the information on that, Amy. I appreciate that. And you too, Pam. And you're welcome, Sherry.
Any updates on Sasha Brooks? Did you already read that one?
I was trying to locate her darn flyer, and I'm having trouble finding it.
Yeah. I'll find it on my end.
Okay. As I'm having issues trying to find it. And I don't know if I was... oh, there it is, right there.
Over there right now.
See, missing from Newton since December. I have not heard of any updates. It would be nice if I could get a hold of some. I don't always get updates on everything, and it would be nice if I could.
Right, yeah.
She is still listed as missing on KBI's website. So, we can gladly cover her real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I got it pulled up.
Be more than happy to do that. And she is missing from Newton, Kansas since December 16th of 2020. She's 36. She's 5'5", 165, brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Sasha's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Newton, Kansas Police Department at 316-284-6030 or the Harvey County, Kansas Communications Center at 316-283-4190 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get some information generated as to where she might be. Heaven Kaler is the one from Fort Scott. Well, let me check and see here if I've updated her any recently or not. I have not updated her. I know we've covered her before. You still have Heaven Kaler's flyer? Let me check in KBI's database here and see if they still have her listed. And she is still listed. So she must still be missing. And she's been missing from Fort Scott since June 24th. She's 17. She's 5'7" to 5'10", weighs between 130 and 140. Has dirty blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information regarding Heaven's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Fort Scott, Kansas Police Department at 620-223-1700 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And Heaven, if you see this or somebody let you know about this, please, 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 call somebody, let them know you're okay, and let them know where to come and get you. Yep. Please do that, Heaven. And if anybody knows where she's at or may know where she's at, call that information in and let them know so they can find her. And let's see what else we got here. It says you qualify, and Amy's got some more information for us there. You qualify for health insurance until age of 26, but not actively in foster care. And thank you, Pam, for sharing that information. If you go to Kansas Missing, just click on the Photos tab and you can go down through all the photos, all the flyers. Yep. Wanted to help, but cannot get the information asking for. What information were you looking for, Roberta? I didn't see any other comments from her. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. Yeah, somebody else commented that they can be still considered in foster care up until the age of 21. So, okay. All right. Waiting for the producer to move on to the next one. Okay. Next, we're going to cover Colton Barrera here. I've got to find his flyer. He's missing from Russell, Kansas on September 26th of 2008. He was 17 when he went missing. He would now be 30. He's 5'9", 135 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. He disappeared from Russell. A friend of his dropped him off at an outdoor skate park. Colton was supposed to call him when he wanted picked up, but he never got the call. Initially, the authorities believe he left of his own accord, but Colton's family does not believe this because he wasn't having any problems at home that would cause him to run away, and he left his wallet and identification behind. Recent information that has come out suggests that Colton may have been killed and his body hidden. A few details are available in his case, and it does remain unsolved. If you have any information regarding Colton's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Russell County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 785-483-2151 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And actually, I would call the KBI number first and get them the information first, so we can help get him found and back home. And if I agree right here with Kara. You know something, say something. Definitely. Yeah. And I'm a firm believer in cases like Colton's and Megan Fogelsong's and Alexander Perez's, among, just and more, that there's got to be somebody that's in the know that has a little bit of information that they could give investigators to help them figure this out and solve it.
All right.
Yeah, and then there's
people know.
African American identified 18 months to 3 years, found June 26, 2021. Looks like Celestine Stute, missing from Lake Elsinore, Riverside, California, as of July 4th. Is that a solid date when he is missing? If a reporting was delayed for any reason, please consider this child. Posted in Amber Alert MissingKids.org. Yeah, we'll look into that one. I think I'm not sure if I did a flyer for that one or not. I'll have to look. This comment right here got me. Did you see this comment? If I can find it again. Where did it go? Oh, this one right here. Did you see this one, Derek?
Yeah, I don't know what Roberta was referring to.
I don't either. I didn't see any other comments from her, so I don't know. Oh,
Hopefully
right here, Manhattan, Kansas. Hey, you put a picture of the baby up again and the dad. I can post in Junction City Facebook page. Yeah.
Dad, do you want this? I don't want it.
No.
It's lasagna.
Hang on just a sec. I'm going to mute.
Yeah, it says in several cases, I was told typically in cases of people who can't take care of themselves and have nobody released, they can be still considered in custody of the state all the way until that age. Basically, as long as you can receive services, you can be in care, but typically never that long. She was only letting me know that because I was curious what would happen to a girl I was in a group with who had no family and was not mentally capable of taking care of herself. Wow. What was that other comment you pulled up about?
That was the one.
Oh, no, that's about sharing with a picture of a father.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm waiting on the green light to go ahead and use the picture of the father.
Okay.
as I've asked. I'm just waiting on a yes or a no. So,
okay. Now this one's a big high-profile case. You can see it on some podcasts. You can see it on a lot of websites and stuff. But Catherine Adams in Ricky's neck of the woods, Saline, Kansas, has been making people scratch their heads for a couple decades now. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yep, she went missing from here in Saline on April 29th, 1993. She was 35 when she went missing. She would now be 63. She's 5'4", 120 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. She was last seen at 4:30 in the morning on April 29th of 93 at the Quick Shop convenience store located in the 1700 block of West Crawford here in Salina. She drove a full-size white Ford van with the "She Has Legs" written on the side in blue lettering. She was the Legs Pantyhose distributor here in town. Her van turned up abandoned at 5:45 p.m. the day after Catherine's disappearance at Russell's Restaurant and the 600 block of West Point Boulevard. The restaurant was closed for remodeling at that time. The van was spattered with mud on the inside of the outside of the van, and it was blood-soaked on the inside. A large amount of blood was also found at a storage unit in West Salina where Catherine was picking up her stock for that day. She loaded up her stock from that storage location every day, but there was no sign of her at either place, and she's never been heard from again. Police speculate someone attacked Catherine when she went inside the storage unit. It appeared they interrupted her in the process of loading the merchandise in her van, leaving the door of the unit open. She was separated from her husband at the time of her disappearance, and she had a teenage daughter. Her case remains unsolved, and foul play is definitely suspected because of the presence of blood in the van and on the ground outside the storage unit. I was also told, and I've read, that at the storage unit there was evidence that somebody tried to clean up the scene a little bit. And I was told shell casings may have been found. But if you have any information regarding Catherine's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Salina, Kansas Police Department at 785-826-7210 or the KBI at 1-800-KS-CRIME. And, give them that information and let them know, so they can help put this to rest and hopefully find her and bring her home.
Right.
I know her daughter no longer lives in Kansas. She moved out of state, and her mom just recently passed away. So,
wow. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah. And that picture on there, the far left one right there, where the color one, where she's wearing the Kansas City Royals jacket, that was the last known photo of her taken. She was backing out of the door at Quick Shop with her cup of coffee in one hand and her Salina journal in the other hand as she was leaving Quick Shop, but she was backing out the door. So, last photo of her ever taken. So, hopefully we can help get her found.
It's eerie, man. You're just like, she has no idea what she's about to walk into.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm. And you can see on that picture of the van, the mud down the bottom of it along the side there.
Wow. So, just senseless.
Yeah. Definitely. I would like to be able to, share her flyer and it actually generate some information that investigators that can use to solve this case.
I agree. It's like they give up after many years on them. Someone has to know something. If they keep putting pictures, and maybe someone will talk. Jackie Hay would be in her 40s, but again, no news on her. Just lost. It's sad.
Yeah. And we're going to be covering her here in a little bit too.
Sure, I know.
Okay. Jackie Dene Hay went missing from Topeka, Kansas on September 12th, 1981. She was 5 when she went missing. She would now be 45. She is 3'6", weighs 45 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. Her family discovered she was missing as they prepared for an outing in Shawnee County, Kansas on September 12th, 1981. She was last seen walking away from a Topeka, Kansas park at 4 p.m. She was apparently being followed by a man at the time. She's never been heard from again. Police picked up a local man the same night and questioned him for hours about her disappearance, but released him without charging him. Authorities did not begin searching for Jackie for 4 hours after her disappearance was reported. They believe she was most likely abducted, but few clues are available in her case. Again, at the time of her disappearance, she was 5 years old. She would now be 45. She was 3'6", 45 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. If you have any information regarding Jackie's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9247 or 785-368-9551 or 785-368-9200 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't, generate the information that we need to generate to solve Jackie's disappearance. It's been 40 years, Let's help solve this.
I mean, somebody has to know something. I don't know. Unless it was just, I don't know. That's like, do we know why they waited 4 hours?
I haven't seen anything regarding why they waited that long. I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
And Candy's asking, did they or have they gone back to talk to that guy? Not that I have ever heard about. I have not heard anything on that. But there again, that's another case that I would think somebody out there would know something because they would, certainly they would have had to heard somebody talk about it or something.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mary.
Okay. This is another older one here. Mary Georgine Lang, missing from Hays, Kansas since October 21st, 1983. She was 31 when she went missing. She would now be 68. She was 5'7", 124 pounds, light brown hair and blue eyes. She was last seen in downtown Hays around 1 o'clock in the afternoon on October 21st, 1983. She was working as a secretary for a local attorney and was running errands for him when she disappeared. At 5 o'clock, her maroon and gray 1977 Datsun 280Z was found in the 200 block of East 12th. The door was slightly ajar, and Lang's purse and legal papers were on the front seat. There was no sign of Lang at the scene. Her car keys and coat were found 5 days later inside a box under a bridge on a county road about 10 miles northwest of Hays, Kansas. At the time of her disappearance, Mary was wearing a black turtleneck sweater, tan skirt, and brown boots. She also wore contacts that may have been tinted blue. Mary was declared legally dead 7 years after her disappearance. Foul play is suspected in her case, which remains unsolved. And a little bit more information. Stephen Carl Holden is a person of interest in Lang's disappearance. He's accused of murder but acquitted at trial in 1977. He was convicted of aggravated kidnapping in 1985 and is still in prison. Holden had been in downtown Hays accosting various women the day Lang disappeared. He was never been charged in her case, and investigators aren't sure whether he was involved or not. If you have any information regarding Mary's disappearance or her whereabouts, please call the Ellis County Sheriff's Office at 785-625-1040 or the Hays, Kansas Police Department at 785-625-1011 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help locate Mary. And hopefully she's still out there somewhere. It's hard to say, being that they found her what was it I said they found? Her car keys and her coat in a box under a bridge. So it's hard to say whether she's still among us or not, but we can hope.
Right.
So if anybody has any information on her at all, please don't hesitate to share it.
I don't like that the guy in question, they're like, well, he was downtown in Hays harassing women all day, and he finally found one. It's like, well, why didn't we stop him after he harassed the first woman?
Supposedly a book was going to be written about Mary, but they were told don't do it.
Who knows? That's like there was a murder close to my hometown that somebody's going to write a book, and they ended up pulling out of it because they said that they felt in danger. And at the end of the day, when you're dealing with unsolved crimes, potentially unsolved murders, potentially,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anybody that sort of, you got to be careful. If you write a tell-all book about it, you got to be careful. It's like you never know who else trying to keep that secret. But if whoever was going to write that book is listening, I say write it.
Yeah.
There's too many of us for them to get us all. So.
And Stacy is asking about James Hubbard and Matthew Messer, the two Pittsburgh kids.
Let's go ahead and let's go to James Hubbard first.
Okay. And he's missing from Pittsburgh, Kansas since June 18th of 2021. He's 16 years old, 5'5", 160 pounds, sandy brown hair and hazel eyes. It's believed he may be with Matthew Messer, who's also considered missing endangered. It's believed that he or they may be in the Pittsburgh or Weir, Kansas area. Again, he's 16, 5'5", 160, has sandy brown hair that has a wave to it and hazel eyes. If you have any information regarding James's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Pittsburgh, Kansas Police Department at 620-231-1700 or their tips hotline at 620-231-8477 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get them found. And if we want to, we can move right along to Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
He's missing from Pittsburgh since June 23rd of 2021. He's 15 years old, 5'8", 155 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. It's believed that he is with James Hubbard, is also considered missing and endangered, and it's believed that he or they may be in Pittsburgh or the Weir, Kansas area. If you have any information regarding Matthew's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Pittsburgh, Kansas Police Department at 620-231-1700 or the TIPS hotline at 620-231-8477 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get them found. And I don't know if anybody heard that banging around in the background behind me. That's from a dog chewing on a bone.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He's banging it up against my dresser, I guess. You're welcome, Jason. And you're also welcome, Crystal. Yeah, Lori Heimer case. I would agree with that, yeah. There hasn't been anything said or mentioned about her or in the media about her case for a long, long time.
I think, because I was talking about this with somebody recently. I don't think, obviously everybody knows, snitches get stitches, but I mean, I don't even think it's that. I think it's, especially in Kansas, where I'm from, in a small town areas, like when something bad like that happens, it's almost unpolite to even bring it up because you don't know who's in the room. You don't know if you're going to step on somebody's toes. You don't want to say anything negative about anybody because what if it's not, there's no accuracy whatsoever. Anybody that's from a small town has seen somebody's life being leveled by something that wasn't true, So I think in that case, yes, you have, people that are scared to say something because they don't want repercussions. But at the end of the day, like, I think the main reason people don't talk is because it's just not too polite to talk about stuff you don't 100% know what you're talking about, especially when it involves somebody's loved one potentially being deceased or harmed or, stuff like that. I mean, there's people that, it's a sad, disgusting thing, but there are people out there that know they have somebody who is harmful to children in their family and they've never turned them in. They just try their best to keep kids away from them. And sadly, when it comes to cases like this, where in any kind of case where there's foul play involved, there's a lot of people that keep that secret just because they don't want to believe it about the person that they know that they would do that. So there's a lot of reasons why people don't talk. I think that fear is a big part of it, but I don't always think that's fear of physical harm. I think a lot of it is just fear of ruining somebody's life. And then, and another thing is the messenger always gets killed. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Can we do Pruitt Riley and Jeffrey DeVore? Sure. I don't mind doing them.
No problem.
And I know we've covered them before, so you should have their flyers. I just have to find them on my end.
Right.
And I just found Pruitt.
I think that's all of our flyers anyway, right? Besides a couple we usually cover every few weeks.
Yeah. And then DeVore. Can't believe DeVore is still missing. He's another one that I've done a couple times and before.
I'm gonna go ahead and put Pruitt up on the screen while you're looking.
Okay. Well, I've got him ready.
I'm gonna look for DeVore.
I've got him ready.
Okay.
Pruitt Riley went missing from Mulberry, Kansas on May 31st of 2021. 17 years old. He's 5'7" to 5'8", weighs 200 pounds, has brown hair and brown eyes. If anybody has any information regarding Pruitt's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Crawford County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 620-724-8274 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't generate the information we need to get Pruitt found and back to where he needs to be. And Pruitt, if you're seeing this, let somebody know where you are so they can come get you and get you back where you need to be. If you could do that, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. Trisha, what's up?
Hey, Trisha.
Holding it down for YouTube. We got 2 people on YouTube. Maybe it's Trisha and Shady. Who knows?
Yeah, I haven't seen Shady Booty in a while.
I've not seen Shady Booty.
Shady Booty, if you're watching over on YouTube, say hey.
Yeah, Shady. And then Jeffrey DeVore, he's been missing for a long time.
You have the old flyer.
Oh, this is the old one?
Yeah, because the more recent one's February 19th of 2021.
Is it just one picture on there?
Yeah, with the red shirt.
Okay, let me see if I can find that real quick.
Yeah. Boy, you dug deep for that one.
Well, I have so many multiple flyers. I need to go through my computer and delete all the old flyers, basically. That's the wrong one, too.
Should be February 19th. He's another Pittsburgh, Kansas one.
There we go.
All right. Did you find it?
Found it. It's up.
Awesome. Okay, Jeffrey DeVore's missing from Pittsburgh, Kansas since February 19th of 2021. He's 17. He's 5'6" to 6 foot, weighs 145 to 150, brown hair, brown eyes. He was last seen in the 800 block of West 6th in Pittsburgh. If you have any information regarding Jeffrey's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Pittsburgh, Kansas Police Department at 620-231-1700 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get him located and found and back to where he needs to be. And Trisha says, I shared out for you guys. Thank you, Trisha. Appreciate that big time. I like this one. They need to be alphabetized. I wish I could figure out how to do that, Karen. I wish I could. Yeah, you're welcome, Crystal. Thank you for asking for them to be covered. Greatly appreciated. Any input, any cases anybody wants to have covered, we'll be glad to do them.
Yeah.
And I think we have a couple more. I have some. Well, I've got a couple small updates on like Ryan Larson's case from Nebraska and Candy Green Gonzalez from Kentucky.
Let's talk about Ryan Larson first.
Yeah, I'll cover his flyer and then I'll go over update that I do have. He's missing from La Vista, Nebraska since May 17th of 2021. He was 11 when he went missing. He's now 12. He's 5'8", weighs 125 pounds, brown hair and hazel eyes. Ryan left out of La Vista Elementary School located at 78th and Terry Drive in La Vista that Monday at about noon. Last confirmed sighting of Ryan was about 2 o'clock on Monday, and then another sighting since then on a security camera showed him heading in the direction back toward the apartment complex that he lives in. And recently they did find the umbrella that he was carrying. They confirmed that it was his by the DNA they found on the umbrella. They didn't say what kind of DNA it was or what they pulled the DNA from, but they just said DNA on the umbrella was his. So he is autistic and considered high functioning, and prior to his disappearance, he had done searches regarding hiding from the police, hiding underground, and how to avoid being spotted. Again, he was 11 when he went missing. He's now 12. He's 5'8" and weighs 125, brown hair and hazel eyes. He was last known to be wearing a black jacket and blue jeans, an Old Navy shirt, and of course, the umbrella has been found now. He did have a backpack, but it's unknown if he had just had his regular school supplies in it or if he might have packed survival supplies in it or not. They don't know what it had in it. And the two pictures on the far right-hand side of the flyer are what he was wearing. And police are asking, if you do see Ryan, do not approach him. Instead, follow him at a safe distance and call 911 immediately, or call the La Vista, Nebraska Police Department at 402-331-1582. And I got a couple little small updates. One of them was a news article said, and this was from earlier today, said his sister provides an update for the public. Says on Tuesday, Taylor Larson, the older sister of Ryan Larson, provided an update on her family and the search for her missing 12-year-old brother. In a social media post, she said she wanted to put something out for the public. She expressed gratitude for the support shown to her family and reminded people that the police can't share everything or every detail of the investigation. She ended the message with a message of hope. There's still ways to help and get Ryan's name out there. So please don't give up. She wrote, trust in God because he can move mountains and this job isn't too small for him. We believe that Ryan's still out there and will come home. Be positive and be kind. More detailed on her post here. I'm going to pull that post up here and I'll read you that post as well. It says, hi, everyone. I know a lot of people are searching for an update on Ryan, so I just wanted to put something out there for the public. Many of you have probably heard that Ryan's umbrella was found. The police are not disclosing where it was found specifically in the apartment complex. There have also been many comments on a reward. I want you all to know that we're trying our best to get everything figured out with that. It isn't as simple as throwing a GoFundMe up and asking for money. A separate bank account must be set up. A phone line must be set up. There needs to be people on standby 24/7 to take calls. It must remain anonymous. We have to have contracts drawn up for when a reward is given, etc. There are so many things that have to be taken care of to do that, and we're also trying to go through the right channels. The police have leads that they are investigating, but they also have no obligation to let the public know everything. We don't even know everything because it is an investigation. We are trusting that the police will do their job and that God will protect Ryan. We appreciate everyone who has supported us and prayed for Ryan. The generous things that you do will never be forgotten. We don't want anyone to forget Ryan, so please keep spreading the word. If you have flyers, keep putting them out wherever you go. With that big storm that came in recently, we noticed that it knocked down a ton of posters. Me and my mom ended up replacing and putting up about 50 flyers last week. There are still ways to help and get Ryan's name out there, so please don't give up. Trust in God because he can move mountains, and this job isn't too small for him. We believe that Ryan is still out there and will come home. Be positive and be kind. And then the other small little update on that was another one from today. It says La Vista Police brought in top U.S. experts who do landfill searches. Apparently they were talking about a particular dumpster in the complex, and they said they do have video from the transfer station that shows the truck emptying the dumpster from the complex, and they did not see any body-like object coming out of it when it was dumped. They also said they had someone who was similar size as Ryan get in the dumpster and see if it could open the lids and get back out. And I guess they were going to try maybe look into doing a landfill search, but they're saying the area where they would have to search it would take 78 months with 20 people a day working 5 days a week to thoroughly search it. So I don't know if that's something that they're going to do or not. Says they do have a live witness and possible video that shows him roughly an hour after the trash had been dumped. The witness said they saw the boy at 1:30 p.m. at the complex. There's also video of Ryan around that time. The trash is picked up at 12:30. So it looks like they were looking into that as a possibility, but it doesn't sound like that possibility may pan out, because if he was seen after the trash was picked up and dumped, then I don't know.
Right. That's
So,
yeah, I don't know, man.
it's definitely a different one. Definitely a different one. I just hope he's out there safe somewhere, and hopefully somebody will say something.
Right. We got some comments here, yeah.
Never find the kids. I'm not sure which kids that would be exactly. Do we have names by chance, Amanda? My cousin was killed in Osage, Kansas, Anna Baldwin, 2017. They never found her killer.
Message the page.
Yeah,
message the page.
Yeah, if you can message me photos of Anna and any articles or information you have on her case, I'll be glad to work up a flyer for her. And I'm making my notes as well.
Let's talk about Candy Green Gonzalez.
Okie dokie doke. She is missing from Prestonburg, Kentucky since June 1st of this year. She's 36, 5'8", 110 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. She was last seen in the backyard of a home on Abbott Creek Road after the people on the site recorded an interaction where she wandered around the property before asking them to call her mother. They called, getting her voicemail and leaving a message that her mom will never forget. Her mom said the message said, "Your daughter is here," and she says to her mother, and she wants me to tell you that her boyfriend threw her out. And she could hear Candy saying "Mom, Mom, Mom" in the background. The footage her mom acquired showed that Candy was visibly distressed before running through the yard and into the creek. Candy's shoes were found about 2 days later in the creek. That was the last anyone has seen of her. And I have seen clips from that video as well. And, the lady was, as she was filming, she was saying, she was trying to hurry up and get over there where Candy was. And then she started talking to Candy, and she was telling Candy she needed to get off the property and stuff like that. And then that's when Candy brought up, can she call her mom? And she said, well, I'll call your mother. And something, or I don't know if it was something that was said or what, but something spooked Candy where you could see her run down into the creek. And then she made a sharp left and ran back to the left out of camera view. So beyond that, I don't know what the terrain or anything was like in that creek area, whether it was, it looks like it was a lot of trees and stuff in that area. I'm not for sure, but that's the last anybody's seen of her. And again, she's 36, she's 5'8", weighs 110, blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen a pink one-piece romper outfit. And if you have any information regarding Candy's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Kentucky State Police Pikeville Post at 606-433-7711. The investigation is ongoing by Post 9 Trooper John Dixon. And the family of Candy Green Gonzalez is now offering a $10,000 reward for information that leads directly to Candy. And hopefully we can help get some information generated by talking about our case again. Really, the only update I have was, I've kind of already talked about, is watching the actual video of that interaction between the lady and Candy. And, a lot of people are really criticizing the lady that talked to her, saying she could have been more caring and more compassionate. And in the beginning, the lady was more concerned with getting her off her property, it seemed like. But I mean, she did offer to call her mom, and obviously did call her mom. But when Candy took off down into the creek and, like I said, made that sharp left-hand turn and kept on going, and then they found her shoes 2 days later. So, let's keep her flyer going and share it far and wide and see if we can't get some information generated and hopefully help get her found.
I just watched the video. That's pretty odd.
Yeah, it is. Sorry about that. It's a red alert.
Incredibly odd.
Yeah. And Kara says, thank you. Will do. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. anything we can do to help, we'll do. And I just had a Reddit alert come across my phone, and we just recently actually put Kansas Missing and Unsolved in the Reddit community, so and try to help reach a bigger audience, hopefully.
Did we get a follower?
I don't know. Let me see what the alert was.
It's just r/Kansas Missing Unsolved.
Okay, I wondered how to find that exactly. I hadn't got that far yet. I'm still learning it. No, it's just a suggestion. That's all it was.
If you're a Reddit person, look up our subreddit, and we're going to post each week's flyers on there, and we might post certain flyers on there that are we feel like we need to share on there. But that's a new place where we're at.
Okay, yeah, I saw the link in there. I'll see if I can go back through the comments after the show and find it and look it up and see what I can do with it. See if I can get a flyer made and things like that.
Thanks, Leah.
Write this down so I don't lose it or forget it. Great Bend. Okay. Good deal. A lot of input tonight. I really appreciate all the input and all the suggestions. And I was kind of concerned because it looked like we were going to have a pretty small show tonight.
Yeah.
Did we want to cover Alex Perez's real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. My phone. I gotta find this flyer here in my list. I know I pulled it.
Very good.
There it is. Alex Perez. He's been missing from Ulysses, Kansas since December 1st of 2020. He's 35 years old. He is 5'11", 235 pounds, black hair that he shaves pretty much bald, and brown eyes. Alex contacted a family member via the phone on December 1st and said he'd be coming over to do some laundry. He never arrived at the family member's home in Ulysses, and he's not been heard from or seen by family or friends since then. He had been staying with family and friends prior to his disappearance, and it was believed that he may still be in the local Ulysses area, or he may be in the Garden City or surrounding area. Again, he's 35 years old. He's 5'11", weighs 235 pounds, black hair and that he shaves off, and brown eyes. He has a tattoo of a bumblebee on his face underneath his left eye. You can see that in the couple of the pictures there. Also has Perez tattooed on one of his arms, and then he has that tattoo going along his collarbone there. If you have any information regarding Alexander's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Grant County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 620-356-3500 or the Ulysses, Kansas Police Department at 620-356-4600 or the KBI at 785-296-4017, and see if we can't get some information generated to bring him home. And Sean, you're very welcome. Says, thank you for covering AJ's case. You're definitely very welcome. How long has the show been airing? Tammy's asking. We did the first show March of last year, so we've been doing them a little over a year now.
Yep.
It was all born out of an interview that Derek did with me last year and asked me if we wanted to make it a weekly thing, and I said, sure. And KMU Pod was born.
Here we are.
Yep.
67 episodes in.
Yeah, a year and 4 months later.
Lori Heimer's Unsolved Murder out of, sorry, we keep doing that tonight. Out of Asaria could use some more coverage as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Tammy saying, I just now found you. Amazing work. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Please spread the word about us as well if you could too, Tammy. I appreciate that. And Lori's case, I'll do some research and get her on the next show because I want to see if there are any new updates that I might have missed or anything like that.
Right.
Because I do want to check that out. But to my knowledge, there hasn't been. I haven't seen anything even on the anniversary date of the day she was killed. I haven't seen any. Usually they'll run an anniversary story about, been this many years since her murder and stuff like that. And
Right.
so, but I haven't even seen anything like that. So it just blows my mind. It's just like it's just dried up, and I don't like that because it's been. I'm trying to think how many years it's been. I want to pull her flyer real fast and see because I'm curious.
Who?
Lori Heimer's. I'm looking at it.
Would I have hers?
I don't know. I don't know that we've ever covered it. I can shoot it to you if you want.
Yeah, shoot it to me real quick.
Okay.
I'll look it up, see if I have it, but I don't think I remember that one. Oh, Heimer.
Oops. Right place. It's in here.
My cousin Michael Golub has been missing from Johnson, Kansas for over a decade. Funny you mention it, Rebecca. I'm actually from the Elkhart area, so not too far away from Johnson. And my family's from Richfield, so I've known about Michael's case for a long time. Ricky's covered Michael's case on his page several times. And we actually have covered Michael's case probably 3 times. Most recently, I was eating lunch. It was on March 20th, I believe. Don't quote me. I think it was March 20th. I was eating lunch, and for some reason, I just thought of Michael. I was just sitting there, and I thought of Michael, so I texted Ricky that day and said, hey, pull Michael Golub's flyer. I want to reshare it, and I want to talk about him on the show tonight. We didn't think anything of it. This kind of stuff happens all the time between me and Ricky. And then on that night when we did the show, when Ricky read the flyer, it weirded us both out. It was the day he disappeared that we shared him on the show.
Yeah, we didn't even realize it until we did it.
Yeah, I feel like that was Michael messing with me. I think he was alerting me, said, hey, you need to cover that case. And I look forward to learning as much as I can as possible about Michael Golub, because that case definitely needs to have some resolution.
Yeah, I did shoot you Lori Heimer's flyer though.
Okay,
and it has been 5 years. It's been 5 years.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, well, Lori was brutally murdered in her rural area.
Wait, give me a second to get her. You can go ahead and read it, but I'm going to get it pulled up real quick. I'm sorry, I brain fart.
Okay.
It'll take me about 20 seconds. You can go ahead and read it. I'll just get it up here.
Okay. She was brutally murdered in her rural Assyria, Kansas home on June 25th, 2016. She ran her business, Lori's Poodle Patch, from her home. Lori was a licensed breeder of miniature-sized poodles. Lori's Poodle Patch was licensed through the state of Kansas. KBI was contacted to assist the Saline County Sheriff's Office in the investigation. They responded with agents and their crime scene response team. During the investigation, 2 vehicles of interest have been developed. Investigators are asking for the public's assistance in locating the vehicles. They are an older flatbed pickup, possibly a Chevy, with a beat up maroon in color, white front bumper, silver grille, wide style side mirrors with a driver that is 50 years of age or older, with salt and pepper hair, an older style small pickup truck, possibly a Chevy S10, two-tone dark blue on top and bottom with light blue in the middle. The back bumper is silver, but the tailgate is blue like the body of the truck and is newer or appear to have minimal damage when compared to the body of the truck. The remainder of the vehicle is described as beat up and scratched up. There may be 2 animal cages or crates in the back. The driver of the vehicle is described as a white male, approximately 40 years of age, with shoulder-length hair, wearing glasses. The investigators are also seeking any other information the public could offer about the victim. Specifically, investigators are seeking anyone who came into contact with Lori Heimer on Friday, June 24th and Saturday, June 25th. Anyone who has had an appointment with Lori Heimer in reference to her dog business during the month of June 2016. To share information in reference to this incident, please contact the Kansas Bureau of Investigation 24 hours a day at 1-800-KS-CRIME or the Saline County Sheriff's Office at 785-826-6500 during business hours. There is now a $37,500 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for Lori's murder. So if anybody has any kind of information on Lori's case, don't hesitate to share it. Get it in there so they can, hopefully track down who did this to Lori. Yeah, because my understanding is it was a very, very brutal crime.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never have heard about this one. I don't know where Asaria is.
It's just kind of like southeast of Salina, just a little bit, not far.
Okay. Lloyd Heimer. Yeah, it was May 20th, she said, for Golub. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. That happens to me all the time, though. I'm telling you, I feel like the people that can't speak for themselves talk like give me messages. I mean, that sounds crazy, but I can't, how else do you explain that? I'm just sitting there eating a sandwich, and I'm just like, Michael Golub, we should cover his case tonight. And it was the day he disappeared. So I think that was Mike. She said, sounds like him. Thanks for keeping going. Yeah, I think that felt like Mike saying, hey, Derek, you're not trying hard enough.
Me and my sister, my good friend, back when we were in middle school, almost got kidnapped. We held hands and ran so fast. To this day, I'm scared of mobile homes.
Wow.
Campers.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is. That is definitely scary.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad you guys weren't kidnapped.
Right. Hey, real quick. Shout out to Sean K. See that baby in the picture?
Yeah.
She's a grandma now.
Oh, wow.
As of a few days ago, like 2 days ago, she's a grandma.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So congratulations to her and her daughter Shayla. Have a little baby in the world.
Ginger Hudson from Girard went missing probably 25 plus years ago. Yeah, I've got a flyer for her on the page too. I need to see if I need to update it, but yeah.
We'll go ahead and we'll do that case next week.
Yeah. Write that down on my little list here.
You're welcome, Sean. Thanks for stopping by tonight.
All right. Fantastic show tonight.
Yep.
Very good. I'm glad everybody showed up. I'm glad to see all the outside of Kansas people that came in tonight and all the people around Kansas here tonight. I love that. It is tremendous.
Shout out to our YouTube viewers.
And I appreciate each and every one of you guys, showing up and watching and hanging with us. And, just share, like I said, share the show. Let everybody know we're here and what we do. Please do that. Let's see what Roxanne's saying here. My brother, who was an adult, was missing for 15 years, and we were told he was deceased, but I found him alive and well 2 months ago. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you did. That is awesome.
That is awesome.
That is amazing. I like stories like that. Well, it looks like the next show coming up. Today is the 20th, is it not? Yes, it is. Next show will be the 29th.
Okay.
July 29, Thursday night. So everybody be here for that.
Yeah. And Ricky's getting ready to do his thing where he says what he says at the end of every show, and I love it. But I wanted to remind everybody, we're getting ready to play like a 45-second outro video. And it's long and it's boring. So please, as of right now, start filling the chat with love. Send message of support for the victims, the families. Say whatever you want. We'll post those comments while we do the outro.
Right. And we're thinking about changing the outro music too. So if you have any suggestions for a new outro song, throw those out there too.
Yep.
That'd be cool. But thank everybody for joining us and making this a fantastic show as always. And until next week when we see you on Thursday, stay safe, take care, God bless, and love you all and take care. We'll see you next week.
Well, I don't think it, I thought it, that's different. I said what I said and I meant it, or lamented. Words given weight without thought, and a person the way that I talk and the way that I ought to be able to pause and to say that the fault can be placed on my arms. To this playful assault, to disgrace in this arm. Pray for the day they could wait for the calm. You can't control the storm, only weather it. Whether it's 5 weeks and 5 days of rain sideways, or scorched earth, search for death, or water left with all the thorns, with the petals gone. Settle on the breath of autumn. If the crown fits, wear it. The crown fits. If the crown fits, wear it.